Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Motorsport Manager, returning to the Predator Racing Group and the Worst Best Challenge. So, the next race we have, and the second to last race, is a Blank Sea, and we have acceleration and high-speed corners being crucial. These are both spec parts, so everybody should be equal there. And then we have top speed being useful, and that's one of the things that we're actually decent at. So I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do on this track. This is kind of a brutal track because you have very high tire wear. We'll just have to see. And we also have sponsorship slot open, and also we have a crucial vote coming up in about a day. So we're going to go ahead and advance here. And I'm really hoping that this vote does not go against this, because I will be a little bit upset. All right, so let's go in there. I am going to be voting against this solidly. So what this is going to do is it's going to change our full pit stop crew back to the 6-man pit stop crew that we had for the first 3 seasons. And this change is one of the biggest changes that I've absolutely loved about our series, and I really do not want to go back to this. So I'm voting against this for sure. Let's continue. It looks like we have more votes in our favor against the vote than we do for it, and it only looks like it will benefit a couple teams, and it will not benefit 3 teams. So let's go ahead and skip to the end here. I'm really hoping this goes in our favor. Oh yeah, for sure. That was landslide. So I'm glad. It would have saved us a little bit of money, but that's not worth it to me. Okay, so it was rejected. I'm very pleased with that. There were some other votes I didn't really like the way they went. Removal of Milan, that went well. I wanted this to pass, it didn't. Random grids got approved, so that was good. Okay, so I guess it was only really the one thing that we wanted that we didn't get. So that's okay. And then we still have sponsors to get, so we might as well just... by the way, how much time? 14 days to get this full up? Okay. Or 14 days before, I should say. So that actually is going to happen in about a day here. Okay, so we're going to pause, switch over. Yeah, reliability work. I really wish it would pause automatically for that. So let us start working on other parts that we use that we don't yet have full reliability on. So this will get done one day before the race. And then really all we have left is gearbox. You know what? I'm going to change this. I'm going to do this gearbox because I'm a little bit, because we know gearboxes are going to be worn down on in this upcoming track. All right, so we're getting there. And let's continue then. So we might as well just advance straight on to the race day, as there's not a whole lot else to do at this point of the season. One thing I do want to take a look at is how much more time do we have? 14 weeks. So we went through 10 weeks of building this headquarters. Okay, let's continue, get this event over with. And hopefully we can get a full 3 offers on our for our sponsor, but we only have 2 so far. And we're at the event. Okay, so as far as reliability goes, we're pretty much up there. And as far as sponsors, we have our 3 offers, so let's take a look. So we've got 5th or above, 8th or above, 9th or above. Now 9th or above is for sure the most realistic of these. And it gives us a nice upfront cash payout if we can't pull this off. The other ones, they may pay more per race, but they're less realistic goals. We also have a 2-star offer. I wonder if we have 2-star appeal now. I'm for sure taking this. I just think it's a more realistic offer, and we do get cash up front even if we don't take advantage of it. The only problem is I really don't know. Yeah, we do have 2-star. Sant'Anna really jumped up in appeal. I wonder if that's because of the podium finish. It could be some other attribute, though, that I am forgetting about. Oh, yeah, just married and the modeling thing has jumped her marketability up, so that probably helped a little bit as well. Okay, so let's go on to the race. We should already have our parts fitted to our car, so we're good there. So again, I don't know how this race is going to go. So I don't know if 9th or above is the right move or not. I think 16th or above is the safer option. We won't make nearly as much money if we get 9th or above, but with this track, I really just don't know. Okay, so we already have our parts fitted. She's going to be angry. Oh, well. Let's go on to the race. And a lot of that is just that Santana has a better car, but I want Santana to have the better car because she's a better driver. I was kind of hoping that the two of them would be closer in skill level by the time we got to the end of the season, but obviously that's not going to be the case as she's no longer growing her potential. All right, so the practice, I'm not really worried about. I'm just going to simulate it, but we might as well set up the cars so we get that at least somewhat dialed in. I honestly don't know if the AI dials this stuff in at all once you set it up, or if they just kind of go, okay, whatever setup you did, that's what you get. Because I honestly don't know. I don't know if they adjust things or not. So I guess you just have to do best guess and go from there. That's probably good. You can go on mediums. And then over here, looks like we need less downforce with this car. And we need softer suspension and more towards acceleration. Okay, and you can take soft tires. All right, let's do the instant result. Let's cross our fingers that we get a bonus out of this. Okay. All right, so it's pouring to start off. It was projected cloudy, but that could mean rain, as we're seeing here. And we did indeed get a bonus. I'm going to take a look at this. I might take the soft tire one, but race trim risk taker here for sure. Let's take a look at the weather. So it looks like it's going to be wet for the most part here. We're going to be on inners. For a brief amount of time, the inners, it's going to be too wet for them, but not long enough to justify switching to wets. And then it dries off, but not enough to switch to dry tires. So then we're going to just stay on intermediates. Okay, that's fine. Car setup, so we didn't get downforce dialed in, unfortunately, but I don't know which way to take things, so that's just going to be the way it is. And I am going to push temp in the tires because I assume with it raining like it is, it's going to be cooler temperatures, at least initially. So we're going to be cool because we're sitting on the track as well. Let's go ahead and start the race. All right, so we're 1st and 8th, so nothing really different there. Let's switch over to Lottinen, and hopefully she can do decently here to start things off. And I'm just going to go ahead and go straight into fast speed here. So really what we're looking for her to do is start creating a gap. Take advantage of the fact that you have the first pole position, and it doesn't matter if everybody has better cars than you. Hopefully you can hold them off. All right, she's getting a decent gap there. And then she loses it. We're just hoping she can hold out. Decent length of time here. All right, they're asking for wets. This is actually probably going to give us an advantage for the meantime. Because it's going to slow the opposition down, but they finally win out. Santana's down into 12th, unfortunately. Lottinen is in 3rd and is able to keep 3rd for the meantime. Okay, so it's going to start drying off as it's going to switch to sunny weather pretty soon. There may be some crashes here. You know, honestly, I've never crashed a car. I don't want that to happen, but I've just noticed that between 2 series, I've never had one of my cars get wrecked. So I don't know if that's something that just never happens to player cars, or it's just one of those things I've dodged a bullet all this time. But I've seen plenty of crashes, just never one involving one of my cars. So Santana's down into 20th. I'm not happy to see that at all. All right, it's drying off, but then of course the rain's going to come back. Then it looks like it's going to dry off again, but still remain wet. Okay. We're still pushing temperature into the tires. Okay, Santana's starting to fight back a little bit. She is with the pack, so it's not like she's way behind. And she's fighting for last place. She's just not being able to get out of it. Alright, well, Leidon's staying in 4th here for quite a while. Alright, we can probably start backing off the pushing. Although Santana is probably going to have to pit here after... As a matter of fact, I might want to pit her now. I'll let her go one more lap. She can do it. And while I wasn't paying attention, Lawton has dropped down a couple more places. All right, so Santana is definitely going to have to pit. We know we're going to want intermediates because it's going to rain again. We might as well take on fuel. It's not going to cost us time. And I'm not going to take any risks here because she's in the back of the pack, and I'd rather not. So let's just do that and pit. And then let's switch over to Lawton, who's going to stay out. I'm going to push a little bit of temperature into her tires, though. All right, so Santana did manage to get up into 18th. I don't know how many people are going to be pitting with her, though, so we'll have to see. She gets out quickly. Yeah, she's up into 18th. All right, so now we're going to want to pit. Not with Santana, though, with your car. Pit. Okay. Intermediates. Fuel. Taking on whatever won't cost us time. And take a fast pit. Okay. Let's do it. All right. So the car in 19th and 20th were pitted for quite a while there. We've got other cars pitting with Lawton, so it's not going to hurt too badly. All right, we're up into 13th. And she could probably back off on that. So 13th and 18th. 13th and 15th. So we're doing better here. As the rain comes down again. A lot of guys in front of us are going to be pitting here. Although they might have enough of a gap. So, Lawton, I'm going to tell you to push your engine a little bit here. See if we can close the gap. Okay, so we get up into 10th. I'm going to back off on the engine for now. So, 10th and 15th. And Santana's right behind the car in 14th, although it looks like the car in 16th is right behind her and just took her, so... Well, she's fighting, though. She just got back and then lost it. And now Lawton's dropping down to 11th, now 12th. See, these guys, they have way faster cars because that took them no time at all. We did get up into 8th, though, because of more pitting. Alright, calling for wets, but I'm not going to take them because it's going to start drying off here again. And it looks like it's going to dry off for good after this. So, oh, we need to push temp in these tires. So hopefully we can hold out until it dries off, which I think we can. The big determining factor is fuel, not tires, I think. But 8th and 16th, not bad. We've got our sponsorship. Technically, we would have had our higher up sponsorship if I had taken the risk. But there's no guarantee we'll be able to hold on to this. But if we time our pits right with Lawton, we may be able to maintain our position and actually overtake some cars here. As some cars might stay out on intermediates while we have softs. All right, we're starting to lose our positions. She's held them for now, but it's not going to last. And we're down to 10th. And we're going to lose there again. we're still in 11th. All right, what is the... Okay. Definitely another lap beyond this one. What we're going to want to wait for. I'm going to go ahead and have Santana cue the pit. So, at this point, we want softs. And we're going to want as much fuel as we can get. Now, we're in a point where... Okay, that's probably good on fuel. But we're at a point where we're going to have to pit again, even taking full fuel. Well, full fuel would get us enough fuel. But I'm thinking we're going to have to pit again. So I'm fine with that. I think I'm going to take the balanced pit at this point. Santana's not doing that well, and I just want to play a little bit more conservative here with her. I'm not sure with Lawton if I want to take that pit yet or not. The track's drying off, but I don't know if it's drying off enough this lap. But I think it is for the next lap. So we're going to go ahead, cue the pit. We're going to take soft tires. We're going to fuel up here in a way that doesn't cost us time. Because again, I think we're going to have to pit again regardless. So that's probably fine on fuel. We might be able to take a little bit more. No, you know what? I'm going to take the 4-second pit. I'm a little bit concerned that's not enough fuel, but... Come on, Santana, get out of there. Alright, so Santana's going to be on fast tires now. And she can back off on this. Okay, so we're pitting at the same time as the guy in front of us, as well as a lot of other people. We get out pretty fast. We don't lose any places. And we're on soft tires, which means we have an advantage in speed. And we do need to back off on the pushing as well. All right, here we go. I actually might want to push now that I think about it, because we're going to have to pit again anyway. So let's abuse the tires. All right, so we're going to pass this guy, although that was a blue flag. So we just lost a place. Well, at the very least, Santana has the sponsorship secured for us, and she's in back. A little bit embarrassing when the car in 20th passes you. Well, no longer in 20th. Alright, so now we're having the pack catch up to us, which is bad. I hope that this strategy I took isn't going to cost us too dearly. Alright, I got to keep an eye on the fuel. So the rest of the pack, they're running the strategy of I got a full tank of gas and I took on medium tires and I'm going to last. We're doing a different strategy. We're using our tires, the faster tires. We did not fuel up all the way. And we're going to try and outrun these guys with the faster tires. Granted, it's not really working because our cars aren't that fast. Okay, so we're going to have to pit here with Santana. Take on some more soft tires. And then we're going to take on some fuel. We're not going to do a fast pit, though, which I think is already queued up. So we're going to take on all that fuel, which we more or less get for free because of the full pit crew. So we'll do that. And then Lawton in here, we're going to queue a pit now. We're going to grab soft tires. We're going to fuel up. Okay, that's good. We're going to take a fast pit, so it's 4 seconds. Hopefully, we'll come out in a good position. And then you, my friend, go into high gear. Matter of fact, higher gear, please. We'll keep an eye on that, though. Because we've got a lot of fuel, extra fuel. Alright, come on, be quick, be quick, be quick, be quick. Okay. You need to go in overtake mode as well. Go, 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 go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was the right strategy because we've got very few laps to make up the gap. They've got slower tires that are getting worn down. But we don't have that much time, so... Engine condition is looking good, though, so we should be able to maintain the high throttle. I just have to keep an eye on the gas and make sure we don't burn through it too quickly. But it looks like we're going to be fine on fuel. Alright, we're catching them. We're definitely catching them. Question is going to be catch them in time. All right, here we go. Got one. That guy is already being lapped, so that doesn't really help. So we've got quite a bit of a gap to make up here and not a lot of time to make it up. Alright, I am going to back off here because there's no way we're going to finish any better than 16th at this point. But Lotinen could possibly finish better than she is, so let's go, 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 go. I think it's too late, though. We caught up, but it's just too late. Another lap, we would have had him. Although we wouldn't have been able to maintain that much longer, the high speed that we were doing. Oh, well, it was worth a try. If we had better cars, probably that would have worked, but not bad for what cars we've got, for sure. All right, well, in any case, let's go ahead and continue here. Let's see if anybody broke rules. All right, we did have a demotion, but it's not going to affect us. It's only going to affect the top of the field here. So, yeah, 14th and 16th it is. We get our sponsorship, which isn't a bad thing, but obviously it could have been better, and I'd prefer it to be better. If we'd had a different point system, our team would actually probably be middle of the pack right now. It's probably a good thing that we're not middle of the pack, though. And it looks like Santa Ana's starting to slow down a little bit, too, although she is reaching the top of her potential. All right, well, didn't do too bad. Get some money. We're going to have a lot of money to spend on our car because I've been saving it. So I'm hoping the next season is our season. But definitely wasn't a disappointing race from the standpoint that we're still ranked 10th overall in cars and we're finishing, you know, decently. We could be better, obviously, but all things considered, performance of the cars, I think we're doing better. And we're not finishing in 19th and 20th every single race like we were at the beginning of this whole challenge. So it's definite improvement. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.